I have one. I got one thing in my Bear Notes app. Bear Notes is interesting. It's tag cloud based. You should check it out.
It's a notes app for like kind of hairier, bigger homosexuals, right?
Why does that fly here? And I can't win for losing. I made a joke that should have only offended three people from Plainfield, Wisconsin.
Stop tapping the microphones.
What is he doing?
He wants you to say hello. Here, Rob, scoot your stool forward.
Rob,
I flew you out here.
Yeah. I don't know why you did either. You were like, you want to go? And I'm like, okay, sure. You know what's going to happen.
Because you seemed sad, and I wanted to make you happy. I didn't know making you happy would make me sad. That's not fair.
Very true.
What am I, the Green Mile guy? I'm just sucking up your sadness, and then I'm gonna... Now, you grown that? What, he made a bear joke? That's a fictional guy from a movie from 20 years ago. You're offended by everything I do. I accept it. I am sorry. I am the master of apologies.
We all want to hear what's on your California Hair Bear app.
I have one grievance. I have one airline grievance left. Everyone that listens to the podcast knows I fly around. I have a million airline grievances. I have one airline grievance. I don't like airlines. They're terrible. I'm not going to waste your time with that. You know, you're San Franciscans, you're leftists, you're socialists. You know airlines are a cartel. You know they're garbage people. Now let's zoom in.
On the food, right? On the food? You hear about this airline food?
It's not airline food.
Oh.
I mean, the peanuts, they don't even give you the peanuts anymore.
Why do they call it airlines? When they Virgin Atlantic, Virgin America, whatever the fuck. Now it's a subsidiary of Alaska, subsidiary of Kleenex. I don't know. They're very groovy. I applaud it. Oh God, I know where this is going.
You're gonna fly right. We're gonna make Virgin all right. When you fly, I'm gonna fly. Compared to every other airline that tries to make their seat,
we're gonna fly. We're gonna live it on up.
I hate that. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I did it already.
For the 0.1%
okay,
of you.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't steal my complaint thunder.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the one part.
Yeah.
All the other airline
Me and Greg
videos...
Proops get up and dance to it, and with the flight attendants now. We start doing like a little music video.
It's when the person says...
Aren't you supposed to stay in your seat? You're getting up and dancing?
Don't get ahead of Dan.
It's when the person says...
Continue.
To the 0.0001% of you that have never operated a seatbelt... Really? Here's my problem with this as a comedy writer. Break that down. Take a scalpel. Cut it in half. This is what we call a sock barrel in comedy rooms. She could have said, to the 0.001% of you that have never operated a seatbelt, and then continued, and it might have been funny. Also, she could have said, to those of you that have never operated the seatbelt, really? And it might have been funny. Saying to the 0.001% of you that have never operated a seatbelt, ostensibly you're asking the audience to lean in with the 0.001% of their heart that is naturally predisposed to identify with the underdog. Whether these people know it or not, you're leaning in, and then she kicks you in the nuts. Really? And you're like, my nuts were pre-kicked. Hat on a hat. Look it up. All right.
Okay, Dan.
But it doesn't matter. That airline's now dead, ostensibly because maybe they treated their customers well. I don't know. I used to enjoy traveling by Virgin. JetBlue is now property of Clorox. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You're like, wait, yeah, Dan, yeah, please, let's come to a Marine Memorial Theater when we hear your fucking quibbles about your first class travel.
That's called stagecraft, you guys.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. When we travel by airplane, we're all in the same position. We're all being forced by a weird something complex to force it. I got to read my Chomsky.
Dan, here's the thing. I feel like we've talked about this before, but here's the difference.
All right, noted.
And you're not gonna like this. You're not gonna like any part of this. You've only heard that song in first class where you don't get to see the video that goes along with it.
You don't need to see her going like this to get that
it's
joke
a cartoon
is not
character. I
landing.
forget, it's like a moose sitting next to a squirrel, or I don't forget what it is. And on the cartoon version of it you watch, it actually it's less offensive when you see the power dynamic of the two characters saying that to each other. But you've only heard that from your cosseted bullshit, rich Sony, NBC, cable. What are you on now? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know either. Yeah, keep abusing me. Everybody keeps shoveling me down into a ditch. Like, oh, you're so privileged. I'm privileged to death.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Do you know how hard it is to be privileged? Have you ever stopped to think about it? Oh, I wonder what it's like to be privileged. You never think about it.
Hashtag me